Yeah, I'm ballin' in this bitch. Yeah. Money stay callin' in this bitch. We ain't worry about none, we celebratin'.
What's up, YouTube?
You
Good
don't
morning,
know.
good afternoon, and good evening, all of you beautiful, beautiful people. This is PulseNation episode 32. How you doing, my boy, Wes?
I'm doing fantastic, my brother. How are you?
Fantastic as well, man. We've been, like, as we discussed yesterday, it's good to get a little break from some of the action. It's good to
Yes.
have everything just kind of step away sometimes. Because, look, guys, this ain't going anywhere. What are we talking about?
At
What we
all.
talking? I ain't no day investor over here. I ain't no investing in this for a fucking day. I'm in this for the long haul, y'all. So it's good
This
to
is
step
just
away every
entertainment.
now and again. Just kind of take a
Yeah.
little break.
This is just a little bit of education and entertainment. That's all this is, man. We having fun. That's the best. Just like when you played basketball as a kid, they say go out there and have fun. That's what we
Yep.
doing, man. Have some fun.
Yeah,
with
and
this.
guys, this is we're talking. So the whole stream, this whole thing, risk tolerance, y'all. Where you at on your risk tolerance? Okay, where do you fall on your risk tolerance level? And that's all it is. Because if you're getting into crypto, let's just be real. Your risk tolerance is already higher than the average person. Let's just keep that straight up. Because you mentioned a crypto to any normal person right now, 9 out of 10 people probably have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Maybe even more, 9.5 out of 10, right? So just your risk tolerance is already high. But then when you get into crypto, you realize there's levels on top of that too. So I heard Disciple saying in yesterday's stream while y'all were talking, the whole 80-20, and Wales only made a good point too, bringing up the fact that it's fractals on fractals on fractals. And this is the same thing happening within our ecosystem of Pulsechain right now. Yes. We're breaking these things down where we're having this 80-20 mentality fractionalized all the way down, which is crazy, bro. It's a wild concept that I was thinking about when y'all were talking about it. I was listening to that stream, fire stream, by the way, last night. If y'all haven't seen that, go check it out.
Yes.
But dude, I was listening to that and I was like, that's exactly what we're seeing right now. And what I love is we all say the same exact stuff, right? We all say this exact same thing. But what's unique about it is we say it in our own ways of breaking it down to explain it to someone else who may not understand it in the same form that someone else stated. And what I mean by that is Wales only has made these points for like the last 3 years, but being able to rephrase it into a way that can be understood from another person's perspective. Maybe they didn't understand what he was saying initially. Now they make sense and can combine them together. So it's actually making that point stronger by us saying the same thing in different ways.
It's a beautiful like joining of minds. Me, you, Wales only, Crypto Wonder, Disciple. I mean, dog, like if you can't get it from all of us combined, I don't know what to tell you.
Yep.
It's just you're getting it from every different angle. I'm over here talking about pretzels and nonsense. ATX is over here showing you the charts. Disciple is deciphering, breaking down these fools. Wales is just killing them with the knowledge and the math. Wonder's preaching. Bro, you getting everything in this little PulseNation.
No, it's incredible, just the way it's actually being done. And again, like they're catching them different times. And I think it was B Weezy or something like that. He ain't catching the daytime streams yet, but come on through, man. You're welcome to come on through because it'd be entertaining as hell.
That's my ride or die on Twitter, man. We be going at fools on Twitter, bro.
Yeah, dude, that's actually pretty funny. I quite enjoy seeing the whole everything happening right now, if you will. I want to give a shout out to Davis as well. Appreciate the $9.99 super chat, guys. If y'all have any questions like that, feel free to throw a super chat in there or just throw it in chat in general, guys. We're here to have fun. We just wanted to talk about different risk tolerance because I read this article, man. I was going through and like they were talking about turning $100,000 into $1 million. Now, again, to the normal person, that sounds incredible, right? But they're talking about doing it in the span of the next 35 plus years.
Oh, God.
Right? And that's exactly what you're succumbing yourself to by going through and doing stuff like the 401k and expecting the Social Security to come through and expecting that your investments get 7% return on your money during the entire time. Putting in an extra $100 per day, per week, per month, I forget the exact thing. But you end up getting roughly about $1 million after that $100,000 investment after 35 years. And then they talk about trying to live off that. Guys, you understand when the inflation numbers are going to be in 35 years? You think $1 million is going to be enough to live off? Be real with
I
yourself, for real. Like keep it like everyone wants to follow this 4% rule. Y'all crazy,
bro. I remember as a kid, $40 went a long way. Like I remember asking my dad for $40 to take some girl out on a date. We went to the movies, we went out to dinner. I'm buying gifts and everything with $40.
Yep.
$40 now, you might get a Happy Meal. Like, it's crazy out here, dog.
Dude, I can't even imagine, dude. We used to talk about filling up, paying for gas, bro. Like, imagine just going, you being, 16, got your first car, you got your first job, got everything that you need to be able to start paying for gas yourself, bro. I remember, like, I could get by off, like, I could get like a quarter tank of gas for like $5, man. And that was able to allow me to get to the job, get to the pay. I'm like, how the fuck kids be living these days, bro? Like, how y'all paying for gas, man? Because I know wages ain't gone up like that.
I'm terrified for the day my sons turn 16 and I got to get them a car and they need gas money. Yo, daddy don't got it.
Exactly. And again, like, I wonder all the parents who have to say that. And then the kids are working, 60 hours a week starting at 16. Just to be able to try to afford and pay the extra little things that the conveniences, if you will. Yes, there are luxuries. Yes, there are conveniences. They are by no means a necessity, but damn straight if it's not a reality, that is what it is.
No, it's real, bro. It's real. It's scary.
And I don't want to end up in that situation either. I want the kids to be able to get. That's why I got my stake set up to where when they turn 16, they're getting a car. That's why I got my stake set up that when they turn 18, if they want to go to college or use that money for additional investment opportunities or whatever they may choose, that money is going to be there ready for them, y'all.
Yes.
That's why I do the stakes that I do. I put a purpose behind it. Wales and I talk about this all the time. It's the why. Why are you doing what you are doing? Why would you buy 100,000 hex right now? What would be the purpose of doing that? And then come up with the reason. This 100,000 hex, dude, that's what I'm saying. This 100,000 hex, by the time my kid turns XYZ age, is covered. No matter what that is, man.
That's very smart. I'm about to do that. I'm about to set up for
that's what staking is. That is what the whole principle and mechanics are behind it. And that's what people are forgetting, and that's okay. We will come back around and we will always talk about this as well. We will always bring this up in the conversation. Because at the end of the day, we're here for passive income, are we not? Yes, you can make money and you can turn that money into more money, which is cool. But at the end of the day, that's it. Once that money is done, you've maximized that opportunity and it is what it is. Why would you not want to have passive income?
Doesn't make any sense.
For the foreseeable future, forever upon ever. Again, I told Wes this yesterday in the stream. Y'all are expecting to become millionaires and retire. And that can be an outcome and a possibility. But what if you could just convenience yourself with an extra $50,000 to $100,000 a year? Does your life change? That's not enough to retire. We all know that. I would imagine many people should know that. Everyone who's been in the economic system for a little while understands that. But that's enough to live a better life and a more comfortable life than you were previously living. Am I wrong?
Not at all. I mean, dude, when it comes to that, bro, that's spot on. That is spot on.
All the debts are paid for. All the bills are paid. Your money's taken care of. That is what that extra money turns into. And that is passive income that happens when you stake your hex.
Yep.
I understand that right now it's down and the prices are what they are, and I get that. And if your stakes end right now, you have a choice to make. Do you end it, cash out, and turn it into cash, probably taking an L on what it was from when you initially staked to where it is now? Or do you just restake that into the future in anticipation that now wasn't the right time, but in the future it will be?
Yo, you know what was very interesting to me? I want to pull up the exact tweet, not on the screen, but on my phone. Nagabo responded to something to me, right? And I just was like, fascinated by it because he said something like, look, like, I'm guilty of shilling the top of hex.
Yeah, that's what he said.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, so why don't you shill the bottom? You shill the top, make up for it by shilling the bottom. You're supposed to talk about the bottom. There's guys who will talk about the top of projects and get you hyped up and get you in. As you're getting in, they're selling out. You've become the exit liquidity. When somebody is screaming to the top of their lungs about a coin or a project or something, do a little more research before you ape in, because chances are the top is in and they're looking to get it.
Right.
It's simple. Now, when no one's talking, when everyone's feeling down, and you literally see people on Twitter and commenting on YouTube, oh my God, Hex is wrecked. I've got nothing but wrecked with Richard Hart's ticker. That's probably a good time to jump in.
Right.
And that's why we show up here every day, to remind you there's a sexy ass coin over there that nobody's paying attention to. It's that simple, y'all.
Yep.
It's really, I just listen to these tweets and I'm like, these people are out of their mind.
Well, and you know, sometimes when you make things more difficult than they need be, you tend to add in all these additional scenarios where they didn't have to be there, and it's almost like you're planning on doing, what's it called when you put a bet on something, but you have to have something play out like 5 different ways in order for you to actually get paid out on that bet. I forget the exact definition of it. Drawing a blank right now. I'm sure y'all will put it in the chat as well to remind me of it. But you basically are making this bet that everything has to play out in this whole span for you to get paid, where you have to hit things 15 different ways in order to make it happen. That is a wild scenario to make that happen. Parlay. Thank you so much, Crypto Khalil. Yes, parlay. That was the word I was looking for right there. So that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, a parlay. I appreciate all of y'all. Dude, I was drawing a blank on that one, and just, you know, sometimes just you be streaming and fun doing live streams, but that's what happens. And what's funny about that is that's exactly what people are kind of anticipating when they start putting all their chips into we'll call it their version of diversifying into 1,000 different tokens, or even 100 different tokens. When you spread yourself so thin, it becomes very difficult to actually win, because you can have one go off. And you actually mentioned this as well. You can have one go off and do a 5x, 10x, 20x, 30x. But if the other 500 that you've been doing, or other 90 that you've been doing, go down 50, 60%, it actually washes that 30x out. You know what I mean? Like and so like at the end of the day, did you get it? Yes. Like, you and Disciple had this conversation where it's like, okay, did they turn $30 into, you know, $3,000? That's pretty good, but again, like, that's not life changing. You're not doing anything crazy. That's going out, and I think you put it best, going to the strip club and doing drugs or something like that.
Bro, I spent $3,000 on camera equipment yesterday, so it's like, come on, dude, calm down. But go ahead, man.
Right, exactly. No, and that's exactly the point that I'm trying to make. You know, everyone's going through and trying to make this so much more difficult than it need be, instead of just keeping it super simple, which is part of the Marine Corps acronym KISS, keep it simple, stupid, where you actually have it to where you just break it down. You say, I hold these tokens, I build my positions here, the foundation is solid. Then if you want to branch out and do other stuff, you know what I mean? By all means, go do it, go have fun. But like to shame other people,
right,
for believing in the actual reason why the whole chain exists in the first place.
Bro, you can't do that.
What?
You sound silly, and if you don't think you sound silly, then you're just a silly person. You don't get, like, someone just tweeted me, why do you care how other people spend their money? And you know what I said back? Why do you care about what I want to share with my friends and followers? I can say the same thing to you, bro. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about us. This is what we doing over here.
Yep.
If you want to join. If not, go kick rocks, bro. Nobody cares.
Yep. Dude, that's the parlay the part. Yeah, I'm gonna parlay the RH ecosystem. No cap. That's like,
bro.
And so, but that's what we're kind of talking about, is the risk tolerance level, right? And there's a certain point where everyone kind of has a risk tolerance that they have reached a cap at, and everyone has a different level. And you know what? Like, what's funny is I was listening to like Randy Hilarski the other day, and this man's risk tolerance is higher than my risk tolerance, and just from our perspectives of how we do stuff. And he's even reaching his risk tolerance level with the amount of tokens that are coming out and the amount of being able to be spread so thin. And it's kind of interesting how you look at it, because not only him, everyone has to go through this themselves and figure out where you're comfortable at with the risk that you're taking.
Absolutely.
Right? Did you invest too heavily? Should you put a pause on it and just wait until see if it recovers? Or do you continue to try to lower your average so that way when it recovers, you have a much higher multiple? Like, you have to figure out the risk tolerance that you're willing to take yourself.
Yep.
And for some people, that's put it into stocks and wait 40 years in order to get a 2x their money or 10x their money if they also continue to invest diligently in a DCA strategy over the next span of years to go as well.
Absolutely, man.
And so, or do you go with the risk of like crypto, which typically you get your feet dipped with Bitcoin and Ethereum? Those are the two, we'll say, easier ones to discuss with the overall normal conversation, common folk, if you will, who don't even understand the world of crypto in the first place and think that that's the casino play.
Exactly.
Right. And then you go down the rabbit hole even further. And depending upon how you go far, the risk tolerance depends on how much of your investment portfolio do you allocate to the investment. Are you going and doing a 10% allocation, 90% stock of 10% crypto, 90% into stocks? Are you doing ETFs? Are you doing bonds? Are you doing treasuries? Or do you go 90% into crypto and maybe 10% into bonds so you can get yourself the little measly good old 4% a year? Or do you go 100% in? Or do you stay out of it completely and just try to save? How well has that worked out for you? Let me tell you, it won't. Okay.
Yeah. No,
like I would say 99 out of 100 people are unable to save to where they will actually be able to benefit for themselves in the future. Because if you saved yourself up $100,000, congratulations, by the way, you did great. But you have to understand a lot of the times you're going to go do something stupid where life's going to happen, or you're going to go and try to, put that money down on a house and then that money's gone again. You have to continue to, like, all of it's a rinse and repeat type cycle. So did you do good saving that much? For sure. But again, where has it gotten you at the end of the day? And so for our risk tolerance, we're looking at it saying, hey, I don't want 40 years. I don't want 40 years.
Yes.
Like, I'm good with 10. And that's great. That's a shortcut. Disciple said it.
Shortcut.
That's a shortcut, guys.
People are like, oh, but if you look at this coin and that coin, it's an even faster short. I don't want a faster shortcut. I already got the shortcut. When you start going into this way, that way, that's when you crash the car. I'm not taking all these turns, bro. I'm going straight. I'm on the highway. I took the quicker highway. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. People want you to fall off your course, bro. I'm good, man. You have fun, bro. I'm having fun doing the right thing, keeping tunnel vision. I'm having fun doing that. And I'm trying to help everyone else get there. Shout out to Crypto7, man. I appreciate you being in the chat and telling everybody to smash the likes. We love when you hit the like button.
Smash the like, smash the share button, get the stream out. Let people know that the PulseNation episode 32 is happening right now at this point in time. That way they can also come and partake in the fun festivities that is the knowledge being shared. Because again, at the end of the day, y'all, you got to understand there's different things that you're looking for out of all this, right? And so for the most part, I think our ecosystem in crypto causes people to go more all in type scenario plays over. And again, the main reason why is because you say, would I rather my money sit into a fucking stock portfolio where I might get a 10x in 40 years? Or would I rather take that money and might get, did I say a 10x? I meant 2x, by the way. I don't know if I said 10x. I meant 2x, by the way. Or do I go through and put it here and possibly look at it in the next 5 years? Again, people are expecting 30 days, 60 days, 90 days to double. I get that. A 2x isn't unfathomable by any means, especially at these prices. Have you seen? Just do the math, y'all. Do the math at where Pulse X is right now. And you see it at 4 zeros and a 1 something. And you're like, okay, all it has to do is 4 zeros and a 2 and it doubled. Congrats. And then 4 zeros and a 4 and you got another double. Congrats.
Bro, if you don't take advantage.
and could it go down to 5 zeros? Who knows?
I hope it does. I
know you do. You've been saying that for a hot minute, bro.
Bruh, if I get to a man, listen, I don't even want to speak on what I am at no more. I'm not even gonna tell y'all what I'm at because people.
No, but that's what's crazy. So I was looking up just for the good old S's and G's on just the chart for the ecosystem that we're in. Pulsechain, HEX, PulseX, all the tokens right there. And again, I was looking at it, dude. The RSI is not oversold on these, y'all. And we kind of got oversold like a little bit. And again, I'll pull this up for just a brief second to kind of share what y'all are to just to prove what I'm kind of saying right here. Right. This is a pulse chain chart right here. This is the RSI indicator right down here. And again, you can see we maybe got oversold, but this is, guess what? The SEC time. This is that day. If y'all don't know, July 31st, August 1st, this is the day of SEC. So you can see that's when it hit oversold. And right now we're just kind of been hitting up down here. So we may have some more fun to be had, guys, in the very near future. And RH is making these freaking tweets right now, looking like a goddamn genius as he is. I think he's been saving up. Here's a fun conspiracy theory of mine. I think he's been watching all these legal allegations, what's happened from all these different tokens, and he's got like a fucking docket of just examples on examples on examples that he's been saving and storing for this exact reason and this exact purpose. This man's been playing 4D chess the entire time, y'all. Again,
40,
I
45.
save fucking tweets that I enjoy. I save stuff that I enjoy. There's a little app called My Mind, and you can pull it up, and it'll save certain stuff that you really enjoy that will just stay there forever. So if you want to go look at it later, you can. What if he has something in the exact same way, but it's actually true up court cases that prove wherever he's trying to go? I was like, bro. And then these tweets that he's doing right now, I was like, bro. Come
Oh
on,
my God, we are so blessed. I don't care what nobody says. I'm blessed. I don't care if we gotta wait 10 years for these gains to go up. I ain't leaving. I'm gonna sit here and wait. I already got stakes 15 years out. I got nowhere to go. My life is good. I take care of my life outside of crypto. That's what people really need to focus on. Get your life set up outside of crypto so that you're not looking at charts all day and praying for this to go up. Ignore it. Let it cook. Let it live. It's cooking right now. The food ain't ready. Go get.
Well, and that's so two things about exactly what you just said. If you're looking at the chart and you're not buying, you're doing it wrong. If you're looking at the chart and not trying to plan a buy, you're doing it wrong. If you're just looking at the chart to make yourself miserable because you just love freaking masochism and torture against yourself and just some sort of sick, twisted mentality that you're trying to put yourself through of some weird state of depression and anxiety, that's not necessary, y'all. It's not. Like, why subject yourself to that mentality if you know that's going to be the outcome if you're not planning on doing something about it?
Bruh.
Like, don't put yourself in that deep, dark place.
This is the time to buy. Look, man, I just saw Super Hex Win tweet last night. He said, all y'all was screaming and crying that you wish you had millions of Hex. Well, here's your second opportunity. You can get it now. You didn't get it when it was low before, and you were salty when you missed out when it was at all-time highs. Well, guess what? It's low again, and you're still not jumping on it. I mean, yo, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. In a few years, people are going to be sick when you tell them how much of Pulsechain and Pulsex you got. Hey, how you said 500 million Pulsechain? That's how much you have? You don't know. Shout out to the chat, man. It's good to see everybody. Yeah, I see the Crypto Wonders chilling. Crypto 7 says, I noticed OKX delisted Solana. Damn, Solana, what y'all doing? So we ain't the only ones getting pulled. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, crypto is getting their card pulled everywhere in every direction. Stop trying to say, oh, Hex is down, Pulsex is down, Richard Hart's a scam. Bro, everybody's down. Everybody's getting ran on by the SEC. It's not, we're not nobody special.
Yeah, so this is John East, dude. There's what if I told you nothing would happen with the sacrifice funds? What if I told you they just sat there the whole time? Nothing ever came about of it. Nothing to be done with it. Because if the sacrifice funds are used to do something, that would almost lead to believe some form of, dude, I'm not some fucking legal lawsuit lawyer who understands any of this, but I would assume that if some money was pulled together and then if something was made for it, an expectation of profits was made, then you start putting yourself a nice little arrow on your back, right? You put yourself a nice little bullseye fucking target on your back. So what if nothing ever happens with the funds? What if they just sit there? And that's what I loved about the amount of Hex that was sacrificed. Not only the price that you were able to sacrifice it at, which is actually higher, even though the prices are lower right now, you actually still up your money, but it's hard to envision it that way for a lot of people. Or you see it from the other standpoint of, again, that Hex is just sitting there, forever taken away. Pretend like it was just burnt. Pretend like it was just sitting to like a 000 null address that just got burnt. Just never to be existed, never to be touched again. How incredible is that? It's just like, that's so good. That's so good.
My bag is packed. Okay, I'm adding more to it. I got more money coming. I'm waiting. I'm listening to Waters above. Waters is telling me there's a dip coming in the 20s. And thank you, sir. Keep them coming. I love the dips, man. Listen, bro, when this thing hits numbers that nobody expected, oh, I'm gonna be so vindicated, man. all the hate I'm getting right now, all the hate we get as a team. Oh, we're gonna look so good in the bull run.
Dude, I honestly, I can't wait for that day, you know, because like this right here just kind of says it. Okay, I'm going to roast the people who got left at the gas station.
Thank you.
And you know, and that's something that I constantly remind people of as well. So the people that you hear trading and doing these trades and maybe doing well, it's very difficult to replicate that over and over and over and over and over again. Y'all, I want you to understand that. Like, I know y'all were mentioning B Roots and the way he got it, and that's why he's maxi the way he is, because you know that's how he was able to make it, which I get, you know, and it's all business and everything like that. But you have to understand as well that it's very difficult to continue to replicate that short-term success, which is why when most people start trading, they usually started with like stocks. We'll start with there, okay? Right. And what happens is you eventually get yourself too comfortable where you think you could either take on leverage, you think you could take on more, you risk more to be able to make more because you want it to be done faster. And usually at some point in time, you make a flaw. And that's when essentially all the gains that you previously made of all these perfect 100 transactions that you had flawless items on, again, you did really well. And obviously no one had that record, but if you did so well that you had that, all of a sudden it just took one and you end up wrecked because these are all small. So yeah, you had 100 wins, but they're all small wins. And then you do one big and you lose it all. And that's how it usually works. It's very hard to replicate this over and over and over again. So if y'all are willing to take that risk by fucking A, dude, like that's just not, I'm not there, y'all. I'm not.
Yeah,
no way.
I am good. Look, I've done
What's
it.
What's up, Alan Fist, man? Andale.
I've been in crypto long enough to learn from my mistakes, and I'm not making the same mistakes I once did. I'm watching everyone else do what I used to do. I used to do that goofy stuff. I'm not doing it no more. Tunnel vision, bro. When I found RH, I found crypto. That's it. I didn't know what crypto was until I found RH. So now that I know what it is, I'm sticking with him.
Right.
And if you don't like that, change the channel. That's it.
Share the stream, good people. Smash the likes. Appreciate that. Crypto Wonder. Appreciate you coming through. I like that Alan Fizmay now has his own acronym. AFAM in the house. Alan Fizmay, yeah, dude, I love that. That's freaking epic. You Never Walk Alone. Love that as well. AFAM is now Alan Fizmay. We got John in the house again. Trading is not someone who lacks self-control.
Yeah, that's it. That's really all it is.
Yeah, share the stream. Appreciate that.
If you want to be a trader, good for you. But do not come and hate on people that don't. That's it. Worry about it. Go shill to your garbage people and your degenerates. Have fun. We're not doing that. All right, we good. We like what we like. We talk about what we like. We're not doing this for likes. We're not doing this for views. We're not doing this for engagement. We're just having fun. That's it.
Facts.
We're having fun. That's all this is.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's gonna fucking catch on now. All of a sudden, we're gonna be seeing AFAM everywhere. I love it. Yeah, that's too funny. To speak of, Alan Fizmay actually has made a couple of other videos as well. I think it's Crypto Campesino is his channels. It goes through like the history of it. If y'all want to go through, it's got a couple volumes on it as well. So yeah, check it out. Definitely some knowledge to be learned. Again, at the end of the day, if you can learn as much information as possible, you can come to make the best financial choice or decision for yourself at the end of the day that you're more comfortable making because of the knowledge that you have. So
absolutely.
Yeah, dude. But guys, that's gonna freaking wrap up the video today. I mean, Wes, what do you got for him, man? Finish it off for him.
Man, listen, man, when you're done here, make sure you check out our man Crypto 7, man. He got some of the best streams in the community. He's been holding me down. When I felt like it was all over, Crypto 7 kept me going, man. Shout out to him, man. Make sure y'all go like and subscribe to his channel as well.
Appreciate that.
Other than that, yo, don't let nobody shake you off your path. You got a plan, stick with it. That's how you win. You have a plan, stick with it. Stay with it. The second you get off that path, it's all over, bro. I've been there. We've been there. This is wisdom speaking to you. We've seen this before.
Been there, done that, and don't need to do it again, man. We done experienced that pain. We learned. We learned to take profits. There's good ways to do it. It's hey, all of it, man. All of this, and we're here just to make sure that y'all maintain the course correction as well. Make sure that you understand your own risk tolerance of what you're trying to accomplish during this time.
Absolutely, man. Hey, but that's all I got from me, man. How about you, ATX? Any last closing words?
No, that's basically, so again, at the end of the day, you say that don't risk more than you're willing to lose, but whenever something goes down 95%, it never feels good. So you have to understand that as well, right? Even if you invested $1,000 and you're like, oh my God, it's down at $50 right now. Yeah, dude, I get you. I understand where you're coming from. But you have to
Right.
understand that, you know, all that does take time as well. So at the end of the day, it is more volatile. That is part of the game. It is part of the equation that is factored into crypto, but there are gains to be had. And do not get left behind at the gas station, because you do not want to be that person crying at the end of the day saying, I had all this and I sold it down here and I did what I thought I would never do, and I never bought back in because I thought the price would come back. That's a shitty situation to be in. But keep your heads up, y'all. This is just a matter of time. We are just 104 days into the launch. Do not forget, folks, we are only 100 days in. Let it be 6 months. Let it be a year. Let's take a look. Let's keep it going. And again, if you aren't buying, stop looking at the charts.
Please
but with
do.
that, we're out.
Take care, y'all. Love.
Peace.
Yeah, I'm ballin' in this bitch. Yeah, 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 yeah. Money stay calling in this bitch.